Really quick before the video, I just want to say if you make YouTube videos or you're interested in making YouTube videos, please click the link in the description because we're doing a month-long collab in September, so we would really like to get as many people as we can to join. So yeah, YouTube creators, click the link. Right, so I have a feeling this video is going to be a lot of unpopular opinions, a lot of controversial opinions, so I just want to say I did actually like Carmen Sandiego. Like, it is a show that I did enjoy watching. It has beautiful animation, like artistically and visually it is stunning. It is beautiful. I love it. It has really cool fight scenes, like every time there's a fight scene I'm like very excited for it 'cause it's just super cool. I actually learned geography from it, so that was cool because like I knew it was an educational show, but like I was actually like learning and being educated while watching it, so that was new. And yeah, I think it's the plot. I think it just has like, you know, just like a really good plot. Yeah, it's a good plot, Simping aside, while I would literally snap my neck in half just for a moment to even breathe in the same room as Carmen Sandiego, there are some characters in the show that I'm not exactly super fond of. There is a difference between characters meant to be hated and characters that you hate. A character that's meant to be hated is someone like Thanos or the Joker, like a villain. Like a villain that like you as the audience member, you don't want them to succeed, but they're still an exciting character so that you like it when they're on screen. Even if you don't want the character to succeed, you still like seeing them because you like seeing the hero win against them. I guess the best example I can think of is like Thanos, because Thanos, no one wants him to wipe out half the universe, but when you're watching like Infinity War or any of the movies leading up to it, you're very excited to see what he's gonna do. Everyone is super hyped when he's on screen. Even though we don't want him to win, we want to watch him lose. And that's not because Thanos is a hateable character. Thanos is a very good, well-written character. Well, debatable. Nevertheless, when he's on screen, even though you don't want him to succeed, you still want him to be on screen. And there lies the difference with Carmen Sandiego's characters. You don't hate them because you want to hate them and you want the hero to prevail over them. You hate them because they're annoying and a waste of screen time. Here are the following characters that I actually like and enjoy watching. Carmen Sandiego, Player, Shadow-san, Dr. Cerebellum, Leshev, El Topo, Paper Star, and that gay guy who throws hats. I forgot his name. And you may have noticed that that's a very short list of characters for a cast that is this big. Can you see the problem? So I'm just gonna go in list of relevancy, which starts us off with Zack and Ivy. Zack and Ivy are the same person, just one of them's a girl. They are literally both Boston fanatics, gingers, comic relief, lovers of puns, reckless, stupid, and just in general, very annoying to watch. There is not a single character trait that either Zack and Ivy has that the other doesn't. They are identical carbon copies of each other. Which, like, here's the thing. If it was just one of them who was a goofy sidekick, I honestly wouldn't care that much. But it's because both of Carmen's sidekicks are just carbon copy goofballs that, like, it's painful to watch. It's painful to watch. Instead of having one comic relief with the other two characters being the voice of reason, there is one voice of reason with the other two being dumb comic relief characters. And so it kind of paints Carmen as this awful stick in the mud when she's not. She's just being reasonable. She just used to travel with the two dumbest people alive. It's very poor writing to have 66% of your trio be the same character that's just comic relief because it makes your main character look like an unfunny, like, loser. Like, Carmen, when she's with Zack and Ivy, comes across as this, like, stuck-up mom friend when it's not, like, really what she is. It's just she's forced to hang out with those two. I'm gonna use Avatar as an example. Imagine if, instead of Sokka being the goofball and Katara being the mom friend, both Sokka and Katara were both goofballs, And instead of having meaningful character development and interesting arcs, they both just stayed dumb goofballs for the entirety of the show. Avatar would be unwatchable, and that's what it's like watching Carmen Sandiego. Like, the episodes where it's like mostly Zach and Ivy, I pretty much like skipped through a lot of them. I did watch them on my first watch through, but like, it's like horrible to watch. You can't watch it. It's just so cringy. Also, their accents. Every time they speak, like, a part of my soul shatters because their accents are so horrible. Like, do people from Boston actually sound like that? I cannot imagine that everyone in Boston has like that harsh of a Boston accent. I don't really know a lot of people from Boston, but I would assume people from Boston don't speak in such harsh, abrasive accents and don't bring up Boston at every given chance. Like, they literally talk about Boston all the time, like, no one cares. It's not that exciting of a city. Like, clearly not. It produced you two. Like, also, they are clearly written by an only child because the two of them call each other bro and sis, as if that was something siblings did. I've had a sibling like pretty much my whole life. We never refer to each other as bro or sis. And I've never seen any other pair of siblings do that. No siblings ever refer to each other as bro or sis, unless they're poorly written fictional characters, and they do. And then the writers tried to do like this like attempted like backstory, give them some depth with their like race car, and all they want to do is race, and they just want to be back on the track and racing, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I would care if I liked these characters, but these characters are just carbon copies of each other, do nothing but make jokes, talk about their hometown, and speak like such awful stereotypes. I would assume that that's offensive to people from Boston. It's just like, ugh. And I've noticed that a lot. Carmen Sandiego really plays up on stereotypes of like different countries and nations. And it's not like they do like offensive stereotypes, they just like really ham up the stereotypes, which I'm assuming is for the kids. But like, I don't understand that. But yeah, Zach and Ivy are horrible characters, and it would honestly be a much better show if Carmen was just alone. Like, because she has player in her ear. She can still talk to somebody. She still has someone to play off of. It's just now she's not like with the two most annoying characters in the show. Actually, they're not the most annoying characters in the show. We're gonna get to the most annoying character in the show. These two are pretty annoying. Alright, next up we have Julia, and I really hope my sister doesn't hear me talking about this because my sister's called Julia, and none of these things that I'm about to say about the character Julia apply to my actual sister Julia, so sorry Julia if you can hear me. I'm about to drag your name through the mud. First up, what is Julia's accent? The first time I heard her speak, I was so confused, and I was like, what is she saying? And it continued throughout the whole thing. And you notice how I was annoyed at Zach and Ivy's accent? Yeah, 10 times more for Julia's accent. I can't decipher what it is. Every time I see Julia on screen, like a year gets taken off of my life because I know she's gonna talk and I know I'm gonna have to listen to that god-awful voice. Cause like her accent isn't an English accent, cause like I've lived in the UK for like 3 years. Like I've been to the North and the South. No one sounds like that. It's not a French accent, because like I know vaguely what a French accent sounds like. I've heard French people talk. I watch Drag Race. So like, it's not a French accent. It's not an English accent. I like can't place it anywhere else in the world. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like very ignorant and don't know different European accents, but like Julia is like an English French sounding name. It should be one of the two. Her voice was so annoying that I considered changing the language of the show and just using subtitles, because like that's how annoyed at her voice I was. I do that for anime all the time. If I'm watching an anime dubbed and I don't like one of the voice actors, I'll change it to subbed or vice versa. Like I literally cannot watch something with an annoying voice. But putting her voice aside, Julia has zero character agency. Like there's never been a moment where I'm like, yes, Julia, you do that. Like she's always just told what to do, hesitates about it slightly, and then just does it anyway. Like, she joined Acme, she was told to, and then she did. And every time she helped Carmen, she was told to by Carmen, and then she did. Like, she never does anything just, like, on her own, independently thinking. Like, it's always influenced by someone else, which is, like, really sad. It's really sad, Julia. And then I think the worst part about this is Julia would probably just be like an irrelevant character in my mind if it wasn't for this. But people in this fandom, it's a small fandom. It's not that diehard of a fandom, but like people in the fandom will ship Julia with Carmen. And like, yes, obviously Carmen Sandiego is a bicon. No one is arguing on that. No one will argue with that, especially not me. But like, why ship her with Julia? What? It's like, Julia does not deserve Carmen. What? You're shipping human perfection with a character who has literally as much depth as Dill Pickles. Actually, no. Dill Pickles had depth. He learned to talk, didn't he? I haven't seen Rugrats in a while. I should watch Rugrats to like ease this pain. So yeah, don't ship Julia with Carmen. Don't do that. I ship Carmen with Paper Star. That's me throwing my hat in the ring. Not Julia. No, I don't hate Carmen. No, don't ship them. I don't ship them. I know Carmen has like a pet name for her and everything, but like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, they cannot be together. No. If that happens, I'm gonna quit the show. And finally, Julia's a cop. Do I need to say why that makes her a bad character? Now, Zach and Ivy and Julia were the warm-up for this abomination of writing that is Chase Devereaux. No words. He's in the first scene, and in the first scene, I vowed that I would hate this man till the day I die, and I am sticking by that. He's awful. He's just so annoying. He's so annoying to watch. Like, imagine if Dr. Doofenshmirtz, instead of being like funny and singing musical numbers and being like just like a very character, instead he was just dumb and bad at what he did and still evil. Like, you wouldn't want to watch that. Who would watch that? It's awful. And that's what Chase Devereaux is. He's also a cop, so that's not helping him. He's just so entitled. Like, I don't see how anyone could like a character that's literally just a straight white man who's an entitled cop. Like, what about that is appealing? It's just such a waste of screen time. Like, him being there adds nothing to the story. It adds nothing to the story. Like, nothing would be lost if they just cut him out entirely. I was so happy when I thought he was gonna die on Vile Island. I was like cheering at my laptop because I thought it would finally be over, but no, he had to be rescued. He's not funny. I think they're trying to make him funny, but he's not funny. I never laughed. He never made me laugh. The only thing entertaining about his character was that brief moment in which I thought he was literally gonna die on an island alone. That was the entertaining part, when I thought he was going to perish. Like, I don't understand why anyone in the fandom likes him. And from what I've gathered, people do? They do! What? There's this Instagram account called Defenders of the Fandoms. I follow it because it posts a lot of memes from a lot of fandoms that I'm in, so you should follow it if you watch like a bunch of cartoons and stuff.
And you should also follow our Instagram.
And so one of the fandoms that they post about is Carmen Sandiego, which I'm really glad about because not a lot of Instagram accounts post Carmen Sandiego stuff. But like, I've seen them post memes that are like, we love Chase Devereaux. Who? What? Why? So like, people in the Carmen Sandiego fandom like this man. They enjoy him as a character. They are excited when he's on their screen. Like, why do you hate yourself? I know I went off more on Zach and Ivy and Julia, but this character, it's just like, every time he's on screen, like, I lose a year off my life. It's just so painful to watch him. It's so painful. It's so awful. He adds nothing to the story. Absolutely nothing. This show would be 10 times better if they just cut out Zach and Ivy, made Julia like an interesting character, got rid of Chase Devereaux, like, then the show would be great. It would be great. And I would probably like it a lot more. I still like it. I'm going to be excited when like season 3 drops. But like, I would be more excited if all these characters were gone. Alright, there's too many characters to talk about in this video, so lightning round. Alright, starting off with Chief. She abused her powers as a police officer and shot and killed an unarmed man. Do I have to explain myself? Tigress. She's just annoying and I don't like her outfit. Coach Brunt. Super one-dimensional. She adds nothing to the story. Graham. He always has this very annoying look on his face and like I want to like him but like oh my god, stop looking like that. Professor Maelstrom. He's just too stereotypically evil. That's all. Countess Cleo also doesn't do anything. Like, she adds nothing. She adds nothing. She has the gay hat kid as her assistant, so I guess that's a point in her favor. I'm kind of neutral on her. In conclusion, I still really like this show. Don't know why. Guess I like to torture myself. If you want to hear more of my opinions, go to our Discord server, because I give a lot of opinions on there. So it's fun. It's fun. You like roles? We got roles. You like memes? We got memes. Check it out. Link in the description. It's always in the description. When season 3 comes out, I'll probably do a review of it or something. I like this show. I do actually like this show. I want that to be very clear. Like, I don't hate this show. It's a good show. I like it. Just kill Zach and Ivy. Kill them off. Kill them off. Honestly, just getting rid of those two, that would help a lot. And Chase. Julia could be fixed. Julia can be fixed. But Chase, Zach, and Ivy, they don't need to be there.